James Helder, IFL TV, MTK Global. With me I've got Paddy Fitzpatrick. We're here today at the press conference for Commonwealth champion Luke Watkins taking on Lawrence OKOLIE. Firstly, Paddy, great to see you. How are you keeping?
Good, man. You?
I'm very well. Let's talk a little bit about your fight, Luke Watkins.
What would you like to know about him?
How was his mind preparation and mood set coming into this?
I'd have said beautiful.
Not giving too much away there, Paddy. Being a
He's
bit
beautiful. Yeah, he's in a great place. He's in a beautiful place. He's looking forward to a fight he's been looking forward to.
Can you tell me what you see as the strengths of Lawrence OKOLIE?
Lots of strengths. He understands distance very well. He's got power. He's got good strength. And he's got a good boxing brain. You don't get to the Olympics just because you got power. You get to the Olympics because you can box. So they're his strengths.
The physical strength of Lawrence OKOLIE played a big part in his win over Isaac Chamberlain. Do you see this fight being as physical?
I hope that the ref plays a bigger role. And that's just an honest opinion on it. I think that, they might have been both holding in the last fight, but part of Lawrence's game is to hold. He lets a few shots go and he'll hold. And I hope that's not allowed. I hope that the referee is on top of that. As for Lawrence doing it and using it, fair play to him. We would do it and use it too in a fight if we thought that that's what we needed to do, and that was part of the game plan. But so it's up to the coach to teach and the fighter to do whatever he's allowed to get away with. I just hope that the holding is taken care of.
Do you feel your man's adequately strong enough to deal with that, if that should be the case?
Yes, but good technique should take care of it anyway, as opposed to strength. When you try and prove yourself stronger than another man, you've got to use strength to prove that. So you're using up energy too. Whereas I think good technique will minimise the amount of strength that you need to counter the other man's strength.
What does it mean to Luke Watkins to get in this position, to be the Commonwealth champion and have a chance to face someone like Lawrence OKOLIE?
Well, this fight is two men in the same fight for a different reason. One man didn't need to take the fight and the other man was desperate for it. Lawrence was the man who didn't need to take it. He has Matchroom behind him, he has AJ behind him, he has a WBA Continental belt. He could have gone and got a little bit more experience and defended that a few times. So it says massive things about Lawrence's character, of which I'm a big admirer of, and he took that fight, so he definitely is wanting to step up. Lots of guys talking, and he's wanting to do it. And Duke's in a fight that he's desperate to be in, because you only want to win titles to get attention, and then with the attention you hope then that the bigger fights come and the bigger money comes. The titles themselves, lots of guys that won world titles, no one ever heard of him. Paul Spadafora was undefeated, 40-something, 30-something to 0, 40-something to 0, and no one cared about him because he wasn't selling tickets. So a title isn't enough. You need to be able to get in the minds of the public. And that's what this fight is, the opportunity for Duke to get in the minds of the public.
Physicality aspect aside, do you believe that your man can outbox OKOLIE?
Yes,
do you think he has 100%. Enough power to rock OKOLIE? What are your thoughts on that?
When it comes down to the power, what people need to understand is you could stand and argue back and forth who has more power. Is it Duke or is it Lawrence? The truth of the matter is both of them have more than enough power to knock each other out cold. So Duke could be lying his back with his thumb in his mouth. That's not our plan. But both men, it doesn't matter which one is the bigger puncher, both men carry enough power to knock the other one clean out.
Do you think being at York Hall, that will play a part in the fight? Do you think it will make it bring that intensity of the venue into the ring and that closeness of the crowd?
Yeah, I think it will, but I think it's the perfect storm for Duke. It's come along at the right time. We would have took this fight last year as a final eliminator for a British title if it was offered to us, so the fact that we're taking it now, defending Duke's title and fighting for Lawrence's title. The difference being now with Duke, though, we would have took that a year ago, and if we were in the same situation we are now, without Duke having the experience fighting for the Irish title in Belfast and fighting for the Commonwealth title at the York Hall away from home. He was an away fighter, don't forget, when he won the title. He was the away fighter when he went and defended it against Mike Stafford. And those experiences have helped him a lot. The Ian Timms fight helped him a lot, dealing with the emotions of a big fight and being away from home on it. Then he settled a bit better when he was fighting for the Commonwealth title, and then he was settled even more when he fought Mike. And all Mike's friends, neighbours and relatives were screaming for Duke's head to be taken off from all the ringside seats, and Duke continuously gets better in every aspect of the game. So I think it will be intense, but I think it's an intensity that Duke is ready for, and it's an intensity that Lawrence has shown he's ready for.
Thoughts on old protege George Groves with the World Boxing Super Series versus Callum Smith? How do you see that final playing out?
How do I see the final coming out? Callum was always my biggest worry when I had George, but I wouldn't bet against George. George has shown time and time again that when he is up against it, there is no better man in boxing. No better man in boxing. When he's up against it, his true colours come out, and he shines. When he takes things for granted is when things can come undone, but that's the same for any man. And I think that George has gone through way too much in his career to take things for granted now at this stage. So the style of Callum will present massive problems, but because of George and because of his excellent temperament when he's up against it, I'll go with George. I'll pick George.
Callie Sauerland was insistent that the tournament wouldn't wait for George Groves, the quote that Wimbledon doesn't move for Federer.
Yeah.
Do you think they're right in their decision to wait for George Groves?
It shouldn't have been anyone else in that final bout, George. Shouldn't have been. It's I know you could say, well, rules are rules and everything else, but who else are you going to put in there? You're going to put in, Eubank, who he beat soundly. Who are you going to put in there? It's not like the fight with Eubank was close. George dominated the whole thing. It wouldn't have been justice if George wasn't in the final. He deserved to be in the final. We do have the final, not when we want, but we got the right final.
Paddy Fitzpatrick, thank you very much for RFL TV. Always a pleasure.
Keep
to keep you on the
smiling,
channel,
brother.
sir.
Thank you. Appreciate you. God bless.